Hey everybody, my name is Kasey King. I'm a wedding officiant here in Charleston, South Carolina, and this video is to kind of describe what the typical ceremony I like to do and how it goes. It's got 15 parts. That doesn't mean that it's going to be a long ceremony. Typically the ceremonies I do are anywhere from 15, 18 minutes, perhaps 20 minutes if somebody comes up and speaks. But anyways, I'll go ahead. This is my second take at this video. The first time took 20 minutes, so I'm trying to get this one done a lot quicker so I keep your attention. The first part is the welcome statement. Simply put, we just thank everybody for being there and welcome them. The second part is the family blessing. I have gone away from saying the traditional who gives this bride away, but instead now what I say is, and this is generalizing everything, but Dad, do you support your daughter's decision in marrying such and such, and do you bless this union and vow to receive such and such as a member of your family from this day on? It goes away from the traditional who gives this bride, because back then, whenever that was relevant, dads were trading their daughters for farm animals, and I don't think that's what you guys are doing today. So anyways, third part is your story. I'm gonna find out between now and your wedding how you guys met, basically what you guys enjoy to do, how we ended up here at your wedding day today. Fourth part is optional. It's a remembrance. It's either a general remembrance or it's specifically for somebody who's recently departed. It's optional. It's your call. If you want it, great. If not, then that's fine. There's no wrong answer. Fifth part is optional as well. It's a prayer. The prayer I do, it's a simple spiritual prayer. I enjoy doing it, even though I'm not a super religious person, because what it does, it asks for help from your family and friends. So once we say the prayer, we'll lead into a reading, typically an excerpt from The Art of a Good Marriage, or A Marriage by Mark Twain. You can see both of them on my website, which I might have linked below. So once we read, have the poetry reading, we'll do a blessing of hand ceremony. So what that is, you two are going to join hands, and I'm just going to tell you to, whose hands you're holding, why you're holding those hands, and that you'll be holding those hands forever, and what those hands will be doing for you. Excuse my puppy running around crying because there's kids outside playing in the front yard. So once you two have the blessing of hands ceremony, that'll lead us into vows. So we will, there's two options with vows. You can either allow me to provide them for you, and they are just short, quick, repeat after me's, or you write your own. Either way is fine by me. So once you two have once you've said your vows, I typically lead into another reading, a Bible reading this time. It's 1 Corinthians, the love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, and it does not boast. You've probably heard it at every wedding, but there's a reason you hear it at every wedding, because that's, just talks about love. If you have another Bible reading or another reading in general that you would prefer me to read, send it over to me and let me look over. I'm sure that we can make it happen. I just want to have enough time to prepare. So once I read the Bible reading, then we do the only part of the actual ceremony that we legally have to do, and that is the declaration of intent. That's the part where you two say, I do. The way I like to do it is have you all say, I do 3 times. So, bride, do you take groom to be your husband? I do. And do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him? I do. And bride, do you also promise in front of your friends and family today to always, well, we're going to fill in that blank. So groom and I are going to fill in that blank for you. Groom is going to provide me with some information of something that he wants you to say I do to. Now this is the part in ceremony that we laugh and we chuckle and we kind of let our hair down a little. Obviously nothing too weird. that would be said there, but something along the lines of, and bride, do you also promise to always make your famous pancakes every Sunday? Or groom, do you promise to start putting your dirty clothes in the dirty hamper, not just near the dirty hamper? Something that's going to make the two of you laugh as well as your guests laugh. Something that's personal between the two of you, but also not too personal that we don't want to let the cat out the bag. So once you two say your I do's, we will then exchange rings, assuming you guys are exchanging rings. So from there, I'll just grab the rings from the best man typically. I'll present them to you, and I'll say a few words about the rings and what they represent, what their meaning is. And then you two will do a quick repeat after me. Bride typically goes first. She'll grab the ring, place on the groom's tip of his left ring finger. You'll hold and repeat after me. Listen to me, but you'll look at each other. That's very important because for whatever reason, and I get it, somebody's speaking to you, you want to look back and speak to them. But I'm married, y'all seem like great people. Marry each other. So once you two exchange rings, we'll close the ceremony with the closing remarks. I'll say some words about love and trust and dedication, faith, and commitment. So once we do that, we'll go and wrap it up. I'll look at you two and tell you by the power of S&Me, and please pronounce you husband and wife. Groom, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Kiss your bride. Kisses, everybody. Woo! Cheers. And then you two will turn to your guest, and I'll say loudly and proudly, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now proud to present our happy newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Woo! Everybody goes crazy. And so from there, that's it. You guys are married. You'll depart. Your bridal party will depart. I typically from there will say, please allow the first two rows of immediate family to depart. Then afterwards, lovely couple would like to invite you onto the porch for cocktails, or inside the clubhouse for the reception. And then from there, once everybody goes inside or goes to where they're supposed to go, I'll grab my trusted notebook with your marriage license, and I'll just hop in real quick right before you guys start taking photos or during photos, and get you to sign those 3 copies of the marriage license each, and then you're officially married. Speaking of, I'll send over a wedding name change checklist cheat sheet for you to kind of help with the name change process. But from there, you'll take one of those copies. You get 3 copies in South Carolina of the marriage license. You'll take one of them, which will say bride and groom or spouse copy at the bottom. And the other 2 copies are probate court and probate judge copies. And I will take those and I'll file them with the county, and that will be done. Okay? I hope this answered some questions, and if you have any more, feel free to reach out. If you don't have any and you are ready to rock and roll and have me officiate your wedding, go ahead and send me an email or give me a ring. Thanks. Talk to you soon. Bye.